And we are live. Welcome to our market update. My name is Vinnie. This guy is.
But David Wright, once again, honored to be on the show. I know that a lot of people look forward to this over the weekend. They even talk about the show, Vinny. They're like Monday Night Football. They're like, I'm not concerned about that. I can't wait to see the market update. Like, we're talking about real value here.
Yeah. I don't even
It's
know who's playing
amazing,
today.
you know. Well, so for those of you out there who, live under a rock, you may have noticed last week was not good for the mortgage market. And if you were with us on Friday, you would have heard what we went over. But, that's not important. Vinny, why don't you tell us something that people really want to hear and we'll go into some other stuff later?
You know what we're going to do? We were going to do this last week, but didn't happen, so we're going to do it this week. You know what that is? Question time.
I hope Disney does not come after you for your magical capabilities of being so creative. Like, they got to have their eye out for you.
All right. How much did the most affordable condo sell in 92101 zip code? So that's downtown so far this year. Okay. Not counting the Hard Rock Hotel. They have a unique thing where you can buy it and then you can rent out the rooms and things like that. So not including those Hard Rock Hotel units that are for sale. All right. So if you can text us what the lowest price in downtown 92101 sold for so far this year.
You know what,
There's
Vinny?
value to be had.
There is value to be had. Why don't you mention what the Hard Rock does? Because that is a unique thing that is business model. I think has been changed with all the vacation rentals and things now. Could you just tell people out there what the Hard Rock does with its, you know, sales inside its own hotel, which is very unique?
Yeah, so you can buy one of the units. They're it almost seems like I think their model is you buy the unit and they rent it out for you and you can get money off of that in essence, right? It's
It is very unique. You can actually, so you can buy one of the Hard Rock hotel rooms, and then you can sell it back some of the time, so that people can actually pay to stay in your hotel room that you own in the Hard Rock. It's a unique business model, which prior to the VRBOs and all those other things, when that first came out, it came out probably 9 years ago. It was revolutionary, and now it seems like the whole market has just bypassed it because now people are like, well, why don't I, vacation rental, or why don't I, just stay in someone's penthouse downtown? So I think it's the evolution of real estate is what's making it unique, and the business opportunities that you now have with your own house is very different than what you had before. So I just,
well
thought
talk
we'd share that.
yeah, talking about that, you mean talking about the market and how things are changing. So there's been a couple new platforms. There's one platform I saw the other day where you can buy an eighth share in the property. So it's through a company. I mean, there's always been where you can buy stake in properties. Yet now there's companies that are making it even easier. So you don't actually have a stake with friends, right? But the platform that I looked at the other day, it's actually 1/8 stake. You get an app, and you basically can book out the times that you want to stay there up to a year in advance. It's and so it kind of makes it as comfortable as possible. There's another platform right now too that I actually had on my Road to Growth podcast where
Wait a
their
minute,
whole
wait a minute, wait. What is this unique Road to Growth podcast we hear so much about?
it's all about overcoming adversity, interviewing business owners, and hear about the struggle. So if you're looking to start a business, it'd be a great platform to listen to. Road to Growth. You can find it at iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher. Anyways, so people know about reverse mortgages, right? You know about a reverse mortgage. A reverse mortgage is the idea that you're going to live in the property and that's your forever property. You want to get money out of it and you're not making your payments anymore, or you can get money out of it, live in the property, only have to pay it out once you move out or you pass away, right? Now, this company, what they're doing now is that you can sell stake in your property. So if you want to sell 10% stake in your property, they will buy it up and own 10% of your property. Then you repay them at the time the property were to sell, right? The interesting thing is, right, because I've heard of companies doing this. This company in the next month or so, they're going to allow the individual to actually buy stake in the companies, right, in the properties. So instead of buying the whole property outright, you can invest in other people's properties at certain percentage points.
That is interesting. I bought steak over the weekend, but it was for grilling and it was a ribeye, which is totally different than what we're
Very
talking
different.
about. But the unique possibility, what you're presenting, Vinny, is you can buy a partial interest and diversify a portfolio by doing that, by going, hey, what if I want to gamble a little bit and buy a stake? I see a lot of this going on in San Luis Obispo, actually, which is kind of strange because you wouldn't think that. And I see some of this is going on in wine country further up north, which is interesting because the properties out there are now so expensive. You have people coming in and buying partial interests, which you have to think about it. It does complicate things if you want to sell, problem. If you want to cash out, problem. And then also, you're not going to get as many tax benefits owning a partial interest. So you do want to definitely talk to your CPA if you're thinking about doing stuff like this, because part of the beauty of owning properties is the tax benefits and the tax savings that you get. So, besides appreciation, the write-offs are great, but it is a great way to diversify your portfolio. And I gotta tell you, Vinny, that's two unique things today we kind of jumped
Well,
into, which is not normal for us for the.
well, what we're getting at is just the idea that, we started out with the question of the most affordable property out there in San Diego, right? Or the condo in downtown San Diego. Low value right there. We talk about the Hard Rock right there. Low value to get into the property, right? Talking about partial interest in properties, right? There's also the ability to buy 55 and older communities where you're buying there, but you have to be 50. The person that lives there has to be 55 and older, or 62 and older, right? Based off of the community you're buying in. There's so many opportunities out there. If you have a will, there's going to be a way. It's just a matter of if you're talking to the person, talking to your lender, talk to your realtor about, hey, I want to accomplish this. I might not have enough money to buy my dream home, my forever home, but I at least want to get the ball rolling. These are conversations that you could probably search online all day long, and you're going to get a lot of false information, a lot of information that might not help you. Yet if you talk to the right people that are willing to help you out, these are some of the ideas that can be brought up to you and saying, hey, you know what? Hey, whoever it might be, this is an avenue to get you to the goal. You start the process here, and then let's say in 6 months, in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, you're buying your basically forever home.
And that's something with all the things going on lately, Vinny, and we were looking at prices going up, less inventory, prices going up. The problem that a lot of people don't understand is when you buy your first home, it's not your forever home. And a lot of people think it will be, but the statistics show us people move every 5 to 7 years. And so if you look at your first home and you're like, my rent's going up 5% year over year, every single year, I'm tired of making that landlord rich. You get into your first house, and then 5 to 7 years later, you've made a sizable gain in your house, and you can basically turn around, sell it, and trade up. That's part of the portfolio of owning real estate. Or you turn that place into a rental and you make even more money. There's a lot of different avenues here. I think today we should have called this thinking outside the box show, Vinny.
No,
We
I totally agree. It's a thinking outside the box. One last little nugget I want to just throw out there. If you're a military VA, right, with no money down, something to really think about is the idea of even buying a duplex, right? You can basically
best ever.
get income off the back unit, right, to help you qualify for the purchase, as long as there's a lease in place and a property manager in place, right? If you've managed a property for, then you got to talk to David, and he can run some things out there. But if there's a lease in place, you can use partial income off of that property, so it could allow you to qualify for something that maybe you might not be able to qualify if you didn't have that income. So there's so many possibilities out there But if you have a will, there's a way. Call David or myself. Any last
And you
words?
know what, Vinny? One more thing. I have to mention this because I had a conference call about it this morning. I know we're over on time. But Vinny's been in the game a long time. So when I say this, Vinny's going to be like OMG, which is an acronym for those of you who don't know. Guess what came back on jumbo loans? No ratio jumbo loans.
City income.
No ratio. That is, we make up your income on jumbo loans.
Oh, gotcha.
That just came back, which for those of you who've been in the game for a long time, like Vinny's not new to this. This was back in the days when you were lending 2005 to 2008 before the meltdown. They allowed you to get loans with no ratios. And now new product just came back for no ratio loans and bank statement jumbo loans. So for those of you out there who are unique investors with unique income, new possibilities for you. Another gateway just opened.
Thank you, guys. Please subscribe,
Boom.
please share, and reach out if you have any questions. Bye.
Bye.